Hi, this is Robert Merritt with just an entertaining collection of video and photographs from this past weekend, Friday the 22nd, and the Formula Ford 50th anniversary at Willow Springs Raceway. I, as you can see here, borrowed a car, and it's my first time driving a Formula Ford, so I was happy to be in about mid-pack. Vince on the left there emceed the dinner and awards after the racing. He did an awesome job. That's Kim Madrid, one of the drivers, and she just did all kinds of work to get the event off. This is Jay Ivey on the left, who built thousands of Formula Fords, and Dennis Firestone, a national champion in Formula Fords that went on to race Indy cars. This is about half, and the next clip will be the other half of about 40 Formula Fords we had there for the Friday event. This is a shot of me having lunch, all strapped in and ready to go. This is myself in the yellow car on the left, and then Dennis in the red and yellow car, and Dina who's assisting. And I got my hat on now. I don't know why.
Now we go into the session. Formula Ford on Friday. And there they all are. Robert starts in 14th. Do they go around again?
Go, go, go.
There's the green flag.
So that's my wife's voice that you heard there for the start of the race. She's shooting shots from the stands like this one. And that is me, actually. Going to turn 8 and into turn 9 here, coming around onto the front straight. As soon as this lap finishes, as soon as this view finishes, we'll switch to an in-car view of the first lap as well. You can see here I'm doing pretty good in turn 9. I did really good in turn 1, but I was a mess up in turns 3, 4, and 5. I don't think I passed number 13 there just yet. I think it's to be the next lap. So I'll talk over most of the in-car shots like this. The wind noise on the camera was a little rough, so you can hear the cars, but not particularly pleasant. I think you saw a black car there. He had some kind of issue on the star. We got by him quite easily, but I think he comes flying back down the inside on the right here. I don't know what his deal was. Number 13 in front of me there, the white car with the red trim. I was pretty close to him for the first few laps, but we get separated when we run into some traffic, and then I kind of lose touch with him. And I do pass him, but I make a stupid mistake and let him right back by me. But that comes in the second lap. So just watch the rest of this lap here from the in-car, and I think I'll switch us back to native audio for the rest of this lap. We're up in turn 4, heading down the hill in the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 now.
11:20. They said 1100 or 1110. I never got a straight answer. You hung in there for well, I mean, after everybody was after about the third lap, I was like, okay, this is honestly tired. So I just checked out as long as Nick was
But I think you could tell that was the end of the first lap, and I closed second lap, sorry, and I actually passed this car right here in front of me. This is the in-car view now. Again, I have the native audio turned down just because of the wind noise. We're coming down out of turn 4, that's turn 5 right there, and now heading over to 7, 8, and 9, the fastest ones. I was catching them all the way through from here all the way around to turn 1, and I will get a pass on him here as we saw, but then I kind of blow it. We'll see that as well here in a minute. Don't worry folks, there's only 2 good laps like this, and so the rest of the video will go much quicker. There we go. I've got the run on him just like we saw in the exterior shot. I probably pop out a little too soon here. I knew I needed to wait, but I just didn't quite have the patience. The car in front there actually probably holds him up a little bit, and he has to let me go on through. I wanted to pass M2 there, but that wouldn't have been a good idea, as you could see. So third lap now. I just passed that car. We're going into turn 2 here. And I'm thinking I'm going to pass this guy here actually and probably get on down the track and get away from these 2 guys. But I have trouble downshifting here. I missed a gear and end up deep into the corner there, not where you're supposed to be. And number 13 comes right back by. And I'll get close to him a couple more times. I think I'll show you those in a couple laps. Oh yeah, there's that same arrow from the stands. And we'll go from there. Yeah, here's the 4th lap in turn 1. I get right up behind him again, but he was a little quicker through me in turn 2. You'll see him pull away a little bit. And then 3, 4, and 5, like I said, I just did not quite have the hang of it yet in this first time in a Formula Ford. By the way, I'm saying his name is Norm Cowdrey. He's from Camarillo. And I don't know him, but thanks for the nice fair driving, Norm. It was a good race while I stay in touch with you here. Yeah, here's lap 5 where I'm getting right up behind him again. And then I think we'll show a little bit and jump ahead to maybe the 7th lap for something similar. Here he goes, right here. He just starts pulling away. Not sure what I'm doing different. So we skipped ahead to the 7th lap, and Norm has already passed this traffic right here. I think he's up there making a pass on those 2 guys, or a couple cars. I can't really see that far ahead. And obviously I just passed that one, and I think I passed these 2 guys going into turn 3 here. So we'll stay with this and watch. About to run over him is what it looks like. Yikes. But he was good. He gave me room there, and I was just a little extra cautious. Again, I think I mentioned this is not my car. It's one of my teammates' cars, and he just let me use it. So I was being a little more cautious than I am in my own car. So there goes one of them, and now I think I'll pass the other one here into turn 3. And I don't screw up the shift, so the lap's okay. native audio from the sounds. Sounded really good. Here's where I make almost the same shifting error as before, but I grinded it a little bit going in the first, and something broke. I lost all drive here, so you see me pulling over, and I'm messing with the clutch and trying to get it to run, but it just doesn't want to do it, and I end up just kind of letting gravity pull me back off the edge of the track there, so I'm out of everybody's way and they can keep racing without an interruption. And I'll switch to native audio now. Just stay with this. I think the next clip here in just a second will be what broke, and it's the half shaft, I think on the right side of the car. No, it's on the left side of the car. The front is to the right. And that weld right there, it's all snapped in half right there, a little black line you can see in it. And then here, just to filler and complete the story, you see the truck hooking up to us and pulling me out. You don't have to watch the whole thing, it jumps ahead here quite a bit. I want to thank JD, who rented / loaned me the car, trusted me with it. Also Bob Morris, who paid me the compliment of saying he thinks this is the fastest this car's ever gone. It hasn't always been the most reliable or easy to drive car. This is us coming back into the pits. That's my wife there. She's all relieved to see that I wasn't hurt or injured. They didn't really realize what had happened out there. And we're heading to the pits. And there's Dennis's car, and Dennis is already out of it. This is the crew getting us all settled. The next little shot will be 10 seconds or so. You can hit pause. This is all 22 cars that were in the Club Ford group. There were another 20 or so in the Vintage group. And I just want to say thanks to everybody. Had a great time. Vince, you were awesome as our DJ / MC for the night of food and awards. And Frankie did a great job being my crew, and my lovely wife, Carrie Ann, as always, does a great job with the exterior shots. Thank you, dear.